I like to be interactive, so I'd love to know who's out there. So come on in, Colleen. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, say hello, and we'll get started here in just a second. As you all can see, I am in a different setting here in the hotel room in Florida. Nice and warm. Change of pace from Wisconsin, but I will take it. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how deep the delay is with this internet connection, but let's go ahead and get started anyway. So we are talking all month of April about packing the 9 to 5 bag. And for those of you that come and watch this on replay, be sure to hashtag replay and follow along just like you would with any of the other lives that you have seen. For those of you that are just joining on, please be sure to say hello in the chat so that I can interact with you throughout our time here. So my name is Candace Spears. For those of you that do not know me, I am the host in this community. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am about all things ownership and especially helping corporate women make their leap into full-time entrepreneurship so that they can take control of their time, their talent, and their identity. So every month we've got a theme, and this month's theme is all about packing the 9 to 5 bag. And when I talk about packing the 9 to 5 bag, what I'm talking about is some of the things that you will need to get yourself ready to go, right? They may be beyond the just, okay, I need to get a client here, I need to get a client there. There's some other things that you are going to need. So there's some things that you're going to need from just an overall journey perspective. And so today, what we're talking about is joy. And when I was thinking about what goes in the bag and what are some of the important things, joy made the top of the list. And I say it because, very honest moment, when you're talking about entrepreneurship and you're talking about traveling this road and this road of independence, this road of ownership, which is absolutely beautiful, I wouldn't change it for the world. But there is a reality too. And the reality is some days you have days that are super up and some days you have days that are super down. And so being able to find joy and reach into that bag on your journey, because it's more than worth it, but being able to reach in your bag on the entrepreneurial journey and pull out the thing that you need most at the right time, super, super important. So one of the things that I did ask, and I know a couple of you in the community here have submitted what you do to amplify joy. So I'm going to read those couple off in just a second. So the lives for this month of April, I wanted to do something different and be very interactive. So like next week, I believe, is the resignation letter writing party. So you'll have your opportunity for that fun as well. But I really want to focus in on being able to just pick up joy when you need it. First thing, I'm going to read off what one of your fellow community members has submitted. And for those of you that are just joining, please do say hello in the chat so that I know you're here and can interact with you. And by the way, does anybody have a good routine for just getting an instant spark of joy? If you do have it, and we're going to read with what Lee and Cassandra said here, they're your fellow community members. But just let me know. Give me a yes in the chat if you do have something that you just go to quickly to just amp up your joy. And just no if you don't have one. Drop that in the chat. All right, let me pull up. So I'm going to pull up Lee's first. And I'm going to check back and forth here so I can see what is in the comments. So LNA, okay, yes, you do. And LNA, please do me a favor because I keep feeling like I'm butchering your name every time I say it. Would you just drop the phonetic spelling of your name inside of the chat? That would be great. Colleen, you've got one? Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. All right, so let's do this. Let me read out what Lee wrote here. So this is Lee Plunkett. Again, she's in the community here. So when asked the question, what she do to create joy, Lee says, to create joy, I meditate to practice gratitude affirmations not only for my blessings, but for the lessons I received through trying experiences. Then I let go of those things that are getting in my way, like negative thoughts and self-doubts. I love having scented candles for my meditations. Second thing, I used to volunteer when I was in the States, but now I just try to help those around me as much as I can. Taking my focus off of myself, helping others brings me peace as well as joy. And then the third thing Lee has here, when I need a quick spirit booster, I always turn to music and often have private dance sessions and or karaoke in my bedroom. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I feel like the dancing and the music, and I know we're going to see that show up in Cassandra's too, I feel like that is a popular one. So does anybody right now utilize music as a way to bring out their joy? If you do, just drop a yes in the chat. Okay, and then Alan A says she takes a break from whatever she's doing and takes a short walk to get fresh air and or play my favorite music. And there we see music again. Music, super, super powerful. And that one, I am a fairly competitive person. I am. I'm one of those people that says, hey, yeah, I'm nice and sweet, but I'm very competitive. And when it's goals, let's just go and get it. And music is one of those things that it can serve so many different purposes, whether it's sparking the joy or sparking the motivation or getting you to the place that you need to be. That is an awesome one to keep handy. So Chris's joy spark, having coffee on the deck in the sun, listen to music. First off, coffee on a deck. Sounds amazing. Angel, welcome in. We're talking about joy and sparking joy. Colleen, giving joy to others and singing loudly. And Lisa, I'm guessing that music is a thing for you too. Okay, awesome. So think about this. And before I get to Cassandra's, and I'll tell you what mine are as well. Think about this and always remember this, right? When you're on your entrepreneurial journey, again, like I said in the beginning, you will have your ups. You will have your downs. It is what it is. But your ability to readily tap into something, don't take it for granted. And when I say that, really think, even if it takes when you walk away from this live, that you write down those things that bring you joy. And let's say you put them on a piece of paper and you put them in a little box somewhere, or you put them in a hat somewhere. Listen to me when I say, be very diligent in using those things when you need them. And while you're currently still in your 9-to-5 and you're raising up your business, it's easy for you to get distracted from, okay, because I have to go to work, and that probably has its own set of stress. You can sometimes get distracted from what's going on in the business. And so that's an escape. But the more you move into that full-time realm of this is what you do, my business, this is how I show up, I impact, I serve, how I control my time. You also want to be able to control your emotional level. Okay? And hello, Ashley, welcome. Aretha, welcome. So glad that you all could join us on the live tonight. Okay, so again, we're talking about amplifying joy. Now, let's go to Cassandra's. So Cassandra also sent in her what she does to create joy. So let me just jump over and read that. And Cassandra is a fellow community member here in the community as well. All right, so for Cassandra's, I listen to good music that makes me dance, laugh, or invokes thoughts of gratefulness. I plug into the television shows, movies, or music that my children enjoy and superimpose the expression of their experiences, superimpose the expression of their experiences during those moments into my own so I can feel what they feel. It works every time. Wow, this one kind of got me. I got a chance to read this obviously ahead of time. This one got me because there is something to tapping into what children do. And I'm gonna give just a slight tangent for a second. And some of you have children, some of you don't. But think about this, right? Not only do children carry this amazing joy that can be contagious if you tap into it, how Cassandra is describing. But children, when you think about raising your business, the more you can be childlike in your imagination and what you yourself, even now, the better off you will find yourself, because there is this freedom. Like there is this freedom of, oh, I can do this, it's okay. Oh, I did this, it didn't work, but it's okay, but I'll try something else. Or, oh, never mind all that, I want to do this thing over here, and that makes me happy and me excited, and I forgot about this, but I'll come back to it later. That type of thing. So there is something really beautiful in that childlike, being tapped into what children do from a joy perspective and just an agility perspective. So that's super, super awesome. And thank you for that, Cassandra. Aline, thank you. Thank you for that phonetic spelling, because that was bothering me every time I said your name. Now, let's talk about mine for a little bit. And I did write something down. Let's see here. So for me, there are really three things. So when I think about finding joy, and again, you need to do this every day. Like it will be, when you are full-time in what you do, it will become a practice in order for you to continue to grow your impact. If you don't make it a practice, you'll want to. I'll say that. So for me, there's a few things. I get a lot of joy when I think about future possibility. Oh my goodness. So what I'll often do, even when this can happen a few times. If it's during the day and I'm feeling a little bit tired, I'm just feeling tired, or maybe my sleep schedule is off, as it has been since I've been here in Florida and trying to launch something, and it's just been crazy. But what I will feel like sometimes is, let me just take a nap, and not just nap, but let me take a nap and just think about possibility. So when I say possibility, remember I told you earlier that I was very competitive. I'm very competitive. I am very ambitious. That is something that you will learn about me. So when I sit down and take a nap, I want to think about all the additional women we're going to serve. Or I think about my real estate project that's active, and when that's up, and all the people that are going to be coming through it. These are the things that just get me excited to say, oh, I get a chance to just think about possibility. Think about nothing else. Everything else, yeah, okay, it's good, it matters, but just having some time to think about possibility is amazing to me. And one of the other things to go with that in a very tangible way is I will often get in my car and just go drive like up the street to a Culver's and get an ice cream cone. But while I'm driving, either use that time, sometimes I'll use that time to just try to solve a problem, not in front of my computer, but other times I will just use it to free think, or listen to a podcast of something that I really wanted to listen to and dig into, and that just gets me so excited. I get joy in possibility. That's another one for me. Grab an ice cream or coffee and tea, that's the same thing. The other thing that can quickly bring me joy is I may be having some things that aren't going, I don't know, ad spend is crazy, or something didn't happen right with this, or whatever. But when I stop and consciously think about, well, what did I learn? What did I learn? And I think I heard that in Lee's as well, like just thinking about her learning and being grateful. But when I can stop and think about what I'm learning, because sometimes we don't necessarily see the end result that we want, but when we can step back and just get excited about the fact that, oh, now I know I can pivot though. That's amazing. There's joy right there. Like, it may not be the outcome I expected, but now I know I can try something different. Or now I know I need to do this or I need to do that. And so that's another one of the ways where I really tap into joy. The other thing is just reflecting on what I improved. What have I improved along the path that I've been trying? Because there's generally always something that you have gone farther than you think you have. That's the best way I can say it. You generally have gone farther than you think you have in your journey, usually in some form. And so to just be able to reflect on that, what do I improve, or where was I last time, where am I now, can spark amazing joy. So that's essentially it. I don't know if you guys can hear my two little ones in the back. They're being very loud. That's the other thing about children, though. You tell them one thing, they do something else. I don't know. It is what it is. So that's all that I really have for you all today. So amplifying joy, big thing. Now, next week. That's a good one for you too. Possibilities. I see you, Chris. Awesome, awesome. Now, next week is the resignation letter writing party. I am amped for this for you guys. I'm just super amped for it. And kids really are driving me nuts. I want to yell at them right now, but I know I'm on live, so I don't know. We'll just keep going. So this resignation letter writing party, what's going to happen, and you'll see another post in the group, but what I want you to do, and have fun with this, is write your resignation letter. I'm not telling you to write it and send it in. That's not what you're doing here. But what you are going to do is just draft up your resignation letter. And when you've drafted it, you can send it over to support@CandaceSpears.com. As long as the box isn't overwhelmed with resignation letters, my plan is to read them out on live, just like we did some of the features tonight with Cassandra and with Lee. So here's your opportunity between now and next week, Thursday. Start writing your resignation letter. What are you going to say? And I also want you to think about, what does it feel like? Because I can tell you it feels amazing. But think about, what does it feel like and what are you going to say, and get into it. Then send it over to support@CandaceSpears.com and we'll read it out and have fun with it on the live next week. So that's all for you all today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Those of you that are in the quick announcement, those of you that are in the accelerator, inside of the Finding Freedom Business Accelerator, you guys know that you have another session coming in like 10 minutes with Colleen and getting your time together. So make sure you're over there. Everybody else have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again soon.